Welcome to the Den of Debauchery.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the next edition of the Den of Debauchery podcast. It is a very special episode because this episode, we are bringing in somebody that I talked shit about in the last episode. I told a story about how this person crushed my soul and made me lose trust in humanity for years, and I still haven't recovered. And this person reached out to me and wanted to come on the podcast.
Say it to my fucking face is pretty much what she said.
Yeah, you're going to talk shit about me. You're going to talk shit about me to my face.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Here we are to talk shit to her face.
The woman that broke my heart in 6th grade. Welcome. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Ravyn, and I'm the bitch that broke your heart in 6th grade. So
she said that we can call her bitch the rest of the podcast.
Okay, gloves off.
Yep.
Gloves off. We're swinging. Yeah. That story, I told that without thinking about it, and then you reached out to me to tell me that like you had been listening. And we had exchanged about 3 or 4 messages before I realized that that story was actually about you and remembered that it was about you. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? And then you told me you wanted to come on. I was like, absolutely, come on. We're going to address this and how you could be so cold-hearted and so callous.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't remember, this is the woman that broke up with me after 2 days. It was 2 whole days. I gave you the best years of my life. And... just dumped me like I meant nothing. Mm-hmm. And then we're complaining because nobody liked you, and I, being a good, caring, sensitive man, try to make you feel better and let you know that somebody out there did like you. And in the course of doing so, was planning to tell you, like, the person that cares about you is I. I am standing before you. And you, before I got that chance, you said, oh, it better not be you. Please tell me it's not you. And I went,
oh, that sounds like me too. I can't deny that.
She's not even denying. Which makes you a personal hero of mine.
Hell
Anyone
yeah.
that like breaks Yale's heart or is mean to him in any way.
Oh yeah, when I told him that you wanted to come on, he's like, she's my fucking hero.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, she hurt you very bad emotionally when you were young? Yeah, absolutely. She's my hero. We're going to start our own podcast and you won't be invited because I like her way more. That was the gist of what you said to me.
We have more in common than you guys do, I think.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you trying to move it?
Peace out.
What? Was the next podcast going to be the bitches of debauchery? Fuck you guys.
Yes.
It's going to be...
Bitches get shit done.
So why don't you tell
8
us
square.
your side of the story?
Okay. So I don't really remember all that much about it.
Yeah, of course.
Not a big day in her life.
Yeah, it meant nothing to you.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously.
Yeah, so I do remember, our 2 days in 6th grade. I do remember that. I did remember. It jogged my memory when I was listening to the episode. I don't remember that whole sad sob story about you trying to console me when I was apparently upset. I don't remember that.
It's probably a lie.
It was
probably, but also sounds like me because that was a straight up asshole thing for me to
7th grade.
say.
We were at a football game.
We were
at a football game.
Shit,
yes.
I thought we were at school.
No, I thought you guys were at the Mountain River.
Oh,
no,
I didn't
that was
work
the
there.
later. No.
Yeah.
No, this was in middle school. I did not work at the mountain. No, we were at an away game, and
What?
yeah.
She's like, I never went to an away game my whole life.
Was it like Bell Fountain or something?
Yeah, it was somebody close. It was somebody in our league. I can't remember that part, but
Wow.
I should have played it up like I remember. It was August.
It was a warm...
Dude, those football games were fucking brutal, though,
warm
as a
fall
middle
air.
schooler.
Is it because you guys lost a lot?
Oh, well, no. I didn't go there because I liked football.
What'd you go there for?
Socializing, and I thought
Drugs
that would
behind
make
the
me popular.
stands. Drugs behind the bleachers. She gave out handies.
Oh, my God. Absolutely not. That did not happen.
Oh, you gave out blowies?
Blowies?
Ew.
Come on, relax, all right? I was trying to make you seem modest with the hands.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I don't remember
So,
that detail about it.
yeah.
It's interesting.
So
he remembers everything. He can tell you what
my
degree
side
it
of the
was.
story is heartbroken and destroyed, and your side of the story is I don't remember that shit at all.
I don't, and I feel bad.
No.
Like,
No.
no, I was not a nice kid. I was not nice.
I don't know if we should like get into a competition right now about who was probably a worse fucking kid, but
Oh, Derek's dog was definitely a piece of shit when he was younger. That's without
I'm
question.
I'll probably wait for off the mic, but I've got one instance where I definitely can beat you in a heartbeat.
Wait, what? You're gonna save that for off mic?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Oh.
What is this?
Not everyone knows that I'm that big of a piece of shit
It was from when you were younger, right?
in high school, so
Then who
know
cares?
better.
How dare you? You're gonna need to share this.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. I'm not going
Let's
to
see
let
if-
this go.
let's see if
we're gonna
Mountain Dew
circle.
gets me
We're going to
drunk.
circle back to this. If you think that we're moving past this, we are not. Okay. So another reason that we thought it would be good to bring you on is that you actually have kind of an interesting story, and you've been through quite a lot of shit. And with because you have like actual medical conditions,
Yes,
you're not
I
like
do.
a faker like Derek here.
I'm certified.
Yeah.
I can't wait to compare our symptoms and show you that I'm worse than her somehow.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Oh.
Your
Yeah.
symptoms are
Yeah.
just you being weak.
Isn't
basically
it just
like-
mostly pooping?
It's basically
no,
like you
my
got the
disease is
flu.
killing me. My disease is killing my body.
I
I'm so
Mine
fucking
too.
wish. I
Mine-
fucking wish
yeah.
it was.
Oh, God.
No, but yet years later, he's still here amongst us
it's God's joke on you.
because he hates me.
That's right. So, what disease or what's going on with you?
So I also have an autoimmune disease.
All right, AIDS,
I-
baby.
Autoimmune
Autoimmune
disorder.
disease disorder, whichever. It's the same
AIDS.
shit.
Okay. You have AIDS.
How many AIDS, if you had to say?
Just one big one.
All of the AIDS.
Just one big one?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got
In
one,
my
but
brain.
it's small.
Oh, okay.
All right,
All
it's in your brain.
All
Yes.
of the AIDS. Okay. I hear
All
about
the brain
AIDS.
AIDS.
Yes. When did you find out that you had this?
So I had been sick and knew something was wrong for quite a while. Like in high school, I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease, which is a
What?
yeah, it's
Hold
a
on.
thyroid condition.
Hold on. You say
Hashimoto's.
Yeah.
Hashimoto's?
I
Yes.
feel, is that like a knife set?
I wish.
Or-
That's a lot cooler.
I feel like her inner Asian was coming out. Like, people would be disrespectful. She'd go, hey!
No. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like Hashimoto's sounds like a curse where you
Yeah.
wronged a samurai's descendant.
I probably
and the ghost
did.
of that samurai is coming after you
via my
because
thyroid.
you have dishonored his family.
So it's in your thyroid?
Yeah.
Okay, so what does this disease do?
Oh, Hashimoto's?
Yes.
I mean, your thyroid basically controls everything in your body when
Right.
you get down to it.
Yep.
So you could be sleepless. You could not sleep enough, lose weight, gain weight. Just depends if it's overactive or underactive. It's insane. And it's just this little gland across your neck and it's shaped like a bow tie, but it can fuck your whole world up. So
Sounds like it for sure.
yeah, I never had to be medicated for it, though. It leveled itself out. So
So you're currently not taking any medication for it?
for nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in high school, you find out you have Hashimoto's disease.
Yes, and
Okay.
by the way,
That's-
Lauren calls it Quasimodo's.
Quasimodo's disease?
Yes,
Love it.
because she's an asshole too.
Okay, who is this Lauren? Don't use her last name, but
She is my childhood best friend. And
Okay.
Best friend as
Still.
adults. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we went to college together for a hot second before I left. So.
Did you guys experiment in college?
No, we went to a very Jesus-centric college. Yeah, Yale knows.
I love that that's your first question.
It's just so bizarre
Did you
knowing
guys
who
do it?
Lauren is.
Did you guys do it?
Okay, you guys have
Absolutely not.
history. I mean, 2 whole days of dating. I don't know her
2
at all.
whole days. I mean, that's a lot.
I'm trying to get her history all in like an hour.
Yeah, good luck with that.
All right.
So Hashimoto's. So for a long time, I knew something was wrong, and all of the doctors that I visited or saw just thought it was my thyroid. So eventually, at 23, while I'm working at HTM, I have this massive, what they call like an initial episode, which is a flare-up, like a mega flare-up of MS.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah.
Know all about flare-ups.
So it's like your initial sickness.
You mean
When
herpes?
you first know something is wrong, it's a million times worse. And then it eventually will calm down.
Right, yeah.
If you find the right treatment.
Mhm.
I'm sure you understand that. Yeah. So
I do. We have diseases, her and I.
we have diseases.
So go ahead. Keep
Yes,
going.
Derek suffers from little bitch syndrome.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
They can.
Plagues many people.
Okay, so after your flare up, they
Yes.
diagnosed you.
So that was fun. This is where KK Caleb comes in. To
Yes,
the
exactly.
story.
What does he have to do with
I made
this?
sure
This
to
is
know that
interesting.
she is only to refer to him as KKK. on the
Absolutely.
podcast.
It's gonna be difficult, but I'll try my
Mhm.
hardest for you guys.
You can just like
Solidarity.
stutter if you don't want to say the whole thing. You Caleb.
That might be easier. Yeah.
Then it just sounds like she's speaking Arabic.
My
That's
native
a skill
tongue.
I don't have.
Caleb.
Yeah, so I eventually, after being in our rural areas hospital, they were like, fuck, you're dying, and we're uncomfortable with that. So we're going to ship you to Columbus
Yeah,
where they
That's
might know
word.
something.
We're uncomfortable. We're uncomfortable with death, so you're going to need to leave our hospital.
They legitimately told me that. They were like,
What
we're
the
uncomfortable
fuck?
with your situation. We can't stabilize you. So we're going to have you transported to Columbus now. So at Riverside, I'm in the emergency room when I get there from the ambulance. And I'm so out of it. I can barely see. I had nystagmus really bad, where your eyes go back and forth. They shake uncontrollably, but mine were going up and down instead of side to side. So that indicates a neurological disorder or issue.
She was fucking hammered. Don't let anyone tell her different.
thought
She would
that.
have.
That's what she told the cops.
Yeah.
They
No, I
thought
have a
that at the initial
neurological
hospital.
disorder.
They were like, seriously though, what are you on and how much beer have you had? I was
Exactly.
like, I was asleep and I woke up like this. I'm sorry. But so,
I woke up like this.
yeah, I woke up like this. That's, yeah.
Hashtag no makeup.
Definitely no makeup. I was dying, so it was not pretty. So I'm at Riverside eventually and am able to kind of pick my head up off the pillow. And I'm like, that motherfucker is Caleb. There's no way that's not. But I was also like in this like,
He looks like he
haze.
might have a mixed baby. Is that what you thought?
Yes. No. I actually didn't even know about that at the time.
Yeah,
I
so-
hadn't seen him in years.
Then thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was the last person I was expecting to see. So I was like, Caleb, are you serious? And he was like, oh, cool. I get to make sure you don't die. I don't really remember much else about it.
That sounds
other
like
than-
something dorky you'd fucking say.
I'm sorry. Was it Caleb or Pee Wee Herman?
Oh, that's.
cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I do weird stuff
I'm
with
gonna
my
take
voice
care of you.
sometimes when I'm nervous. It's bad. It's a bad.
You need an
habit.
IV.
Yeah, so I was actually in the cardiac ICU initially at Riverside because they thought I had either had a stroke or a heart attack. They weren't sure. So at some point that night, they gave me an MRI and figured out that it was multiple sclerosis. They can see on an MRI like these bright spots on your brain.
Mm-hmm.
And that indicates that there's active disease going on where basically my body is attacking my brain. And so it's like based on where those lesions, those bright spots on the MRI, where they're located at, where that damage is taking place, it could do a whole host of things to your body.
And
Like-
what's the name of the disease again?
Multiple sclerosis.
Oh, so you could film some of the handicap porn we were talking
Oh
about.
my God.
You could film multiple bro sister,
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking-
that shit's so weird, by the way.
isn't it?
I hate it.
How like it's in every single
Why is this a
porn page.
thing?
Well, I
Not
mean, I
only-
got into a
not
loop
only-
of it, but
not only is it a thing, it's the most popular
The
thing.
thing.
I see it in everything, and like they're clearly like some of these people aren't even the same race, and that's just like, yeah, hey sis, and it's like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
well, there's
Yeah.
step. That's step.
I don't care.
Okay, so
It's
And
foul.
so here's the thing, I get
well then,
this.
okay, so what porn do you like to watch?
I get the step.
don't.
I get
Well,
the
then that's
step,
fine.
the forbiddenness of it. I kind of can wrap my head around it. It seems still weird to me, but I can.
But you can
kind-
understand,
I
like,
can
what they're
understand
going for, but it's still,
wanting
like,
to
oh.
watch like people pretend to be brother and sister is such a weird concept.
Yeah.
I'll never understand it.
Yeah. Just
Anyway,
beyond
back to your
me.
horrible
Yeah.
disease.
Yeah, so that's how I initially received a diagnosis. I was working at HTM. I was 23.
Okay, and at this point in your life, are you still a cold-hearted bitch that doesn't care about human emotion, or are you like a decent person?
I am 100% that bitch.
That
Oh
bitch.
God,
So
I just
Jesus,
took a
is that
DNA
Nicki?
test.
Yeah,
I
is
had
that
to
Nicki
do it
Minaj
to
or some
him.
bullshit?
Speaking of being basic white girl, what is
Mhm.
that you're drinking right now? Could you inform the audience?
mm,
Mm,
it's LaCroix.
it's LaCroix, of course it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. You're being judged very harshly.
I understand. I know it's an issue. It's just fucking delicious, and I can't help it.
That's just delicious. I just can't even right now.
I can't
with this
even.
LaCroix. Now, do you have any, like, let's say, embarrassing or hilarious stories that involve your disease?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, because embarrassing and hilarious, laughing at you is the goal. So
Yeah.
let's kick it off. Let's go with something heartbreaking. That way you can feel just a small fraction of what I felt
Heartbreak.
back in middle school.
Okay. So for about 6 months after initial diagnosis, I was not able to walk.
Holy shit! What?
Yeah. Yep. I had to do a lot of physical therapy and then eventually transition to a walker. So that's dehumanizing, but in the
What
hospital,
I'm hearing is
yeah.
that an expanded universe of the different type of films, different types of pornographic films that you can, because you know what it's like to go through that. You have experience on the walker. So what I'm hearing is that now we have two people that are fully capable. We can really expand this. We can have our own porn studio.
How good are you with the camera?
Not good. I have zero experience.
Okay, just
I'll be filming. I'm the only, like, decently, I'm able to stand upright.
then I don't understand
So
her
I'll
part.
be filming. She will be filming scenes with regular people. You will be filming scenes with regular people.
Is your boyfriend gonna write off on this?
I don't know.
I don't think
He's
going to.
regular. You
Oh,
can
it could
film
be him.
all the scenes with him. There's no need to cheat. I'm saying you can film all the scenes with him.
I just want you to know.
You can film all the scenes with your fiance.
I mean, can I get someone else though?
Oh my god.
At her.
Do I have to? Honey, it's just a job. You gotta get over it.
Oh my god.
No.
Just so you
Because
know,
again, we were talking about, the shit that you notice in porn. You will see the same two actors playing different roles in multiple things where it's just
Really?
like, hey, no.
We watch
You
a
were
lot.
the plumber. Now you're the stepbrother? What's going on?
Oh, that
I'm
would be
totally
really
taken out of the story.
distracting. That would be so distracting.
Right? Yeah, it takes away from the realism.
It's like, how am I supposed to ruin my sheets if I'm completely removed from the story because I know that just last week you were her plumber instead of her stepbrother?
Yep.
I'm completely taken out of the story. Same reason
Yeah,
I can't
that
watch
would ruin
musicals.
it.
I want you to
Don't sing
know-
to me. I can't pay attention to the story anymore.
that with this porn thing, it'll be strictly for fun. You will get no income from it, so it's just for fun. It's really just a hobby.
Whoa. We will have craft services, which means that the actors will eat for free.
That's right. Yes, we will go
Yeah,
and buy
obviously.
cheese,
I mean, we're not.
craft cheese.
Yes. I don't know if you want to load
Craft
up on a bunch of
cheese.
cheese before you film porn, unless it's handicap porn that has to do with bowels.
Oh god.
Well, that's
In
my.
which
That's-
case, throwing in some cheese
Could help.
is just the right ticket.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. This is important to me. Okay,
Okay.
so I want your complete honesty.
Oh god.
How much would you pay for me to do a cameo for
Jesus
for you or someone
Christ,
else?
This is the same shit you were on. He.
Oh, what?
He is.
Do you know what a cameo
Have
is?
you heard of Cameo? It's
Oh,
what you
is that
pay-
where like
you
famous
pay
people are like,
celebrities-
hey, you can pay me
exactly,
this
you
much?
pay
Well, Chris D'Elia
celebrities.
has like the market on that joke
Yeah.
right now.
50,000.
Yeah.
I am
So.
so impressed that you know that. That's awesome.
Yes.
But yeah, 50,000.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He Derek Stock believes that people will actually pay money to have him wish them happy birthday.
No. I don't. That's not. I don't believe that. I'm tired of wishing people happy birthday on Facebook.
Oh, so you just want to do like a one and done? but
Right.
then they
So
have
if
to
you
pay for it?
if you want a happy birthday from me, just give me it could be a 5 spot. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But realistically, how much would you pay? Is 5 spot realistic?
I mean, yeah, but who the fuck would want me to tell them happy birthday?
I'm talking about for me.
No,
Oh,
he's
you-
asking
This is
how
the-
much would you pay him to wish you a happy birthday?
Well, or-
Absolutely nothing.
Exactly. I will pay you a substantial amount to never talk to me again, actually.
I mean, that's not even a thought. Hand it over. What are you thinking here?
Exactly. Let's see. I could do 10 grand. I could spend that much and still be okay. Yeah.
Do you I want this Venmoed or I
Yeah,
want
to be fair,
cash,
that's
money order.
Okay, that kind of money,
cashier's
for
check.
that kind of money, I want some extra results. I also want.
You can have my dog.
What if I pay you? What if I pay you $10,000 to remove your vocal cords and you can no longer speak?
I don't like talking anyway. Give me a reason not to talk before
You
bed.
sure fool me, you loudmouth bitch.
I have to. I have to keep this podcast going. You're awful.
I'm awful.
Thank you.
I'm awful. That's what you're saying.
No, you said it.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, my apologies. You're right. Oh, you tricked me.
I did.
You fucking rabbit season, duck season me just now.
Oh my God.
I'm a silly goose.
But I digress. Let's circle back to the guest crippled.
Yes.
Yes. Let's move forward a little bit. So you were diagnosed. You were on a walker for a little while. How do you get out of that? How do you transition? You said a lot of physical therapy.
Yeah. So in the hospital, they had what they call like a gait belt. So it's like the strap that wraps around my waist. And they walk behind me in the hospital and just hold you up.
Yeah, like
so it's really dehumanizing.
nurse techs do that. Like my dad used to do that in a nursing home and stuff
So
like that.
it's
yeah.
Is it basically like when the baby's in that little play thing that holds them up and they have like all the little things to play on them that's got wheels on it?
Basically.
That's basically what you were doing.
Have you
Kind of,
seen
yeah.
Did they provide any spinny things for you to chase and play with and distract you?
Was in what do they call it? Not physical therapy, but occupational therapy.
There you go.
Yeah, I had plenty of toys and spinny things
So,
that I had to
Just
Oh my God.
so
I had to play
her,
with.
her going down, not
So
walk,
basically,
not
multiple
walking.
sclerosis just turns you into a toddler.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's perfect to what I'm about to go to. So her coming down the hallway, not really walking down the hallway.
Trying.
She looked like a stork carrying a baby by a diaper.
Yeah, that's exactly how it
Ass
felt.
up
That's
in the air.
yeah, that's actually really good. Like way to describe that. Yes, that's how it felt. And you're also in a hospital gown.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, it's just not fun.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing. But
And
you
she doesn't
have
wear
to do
underwear,
it.
so that's a real problem.
Okay, so how long is you said it was like, what, 6 months?
Yeah,
Physical
I was
therapy?
unable to walk unassisted for 6 months. So a couple months,
shit.
no walking. And I was doing the gait therapy and all of that up and down the halls. I had to have people come in and like manually
Move your legs.
Yeah. To stimulate my muscles because it just wasn't computing in my brain. So after a month of doing that, and I just slowly progressed through that, like just like a cane when I left the hospital, basically. And then was sick of walking around in public with a cane and just decided, I don't care if I fall over, I'm gonna fucking learn how to walk
I
again
am
on
quite
my
sick
own.
of this bullshit.
Yes, that's how it happened. Yeah.
Learning to walk again.
It was so strange because your gait is so wide when something like this happens. So the distance that you normally have your feet, when you're walking, it's closer. So for me, in that neurological trauma, for some reason, that makes your gait wider. So I just kind of looked like I was waddling for a while.
It looked like you just got off a horse or something.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, you're just a toddler.
Yeah,
It's
it
just-
sucked. Yeah.
She looked like fucking Stewie Pickle or whatever his fucking name is.
Tommy Pickles.
Tommy Pickles.
That's how I
walking around.
felt too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
what it was.
exactly what you envisioned 23 being, but hey, I rocked
That was
it.
when you were 23?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens next? Like you get through this, you're starting to walk again.
Through all of that, I was going through various different types of therapies. They were just really trying to get the progression to slow down, active disease and new symptoms and flare-ups and hospital stays. So they started with steroid treatment, IV steroid treatment.
Ooh.
And that's not fun. It really fucks you up. My face swelled up. It was red. I had...
Were you fucking like jacked? Were you like
Yeah.
super...
no, I was not buff. I got fat. Really
Yeah,
fat.
you
Yeah,
put
you
on
gotta
weight.
work out
Yeah,
on
you gotta work out.
steroids.
Yeah, and I was unable to. I was immobile
barely
for the
walk.
most
Well, then what
part.
the fuck are the point of the steroids?
Just to basically stop everything. It targets your immune system. It's like stop, and it's supposed to help inflammation. In my case, it did not.
Does it help your AIDS or...
No, it did not help my brain aids.
Okay.
No, not
Damn
one
it.
bit.
Brain AIDS.
So
It's a shame.
yeah, they eventually tried what they call plasmapheresis, which is essentially just plasma exchange. They take my plasma out and put synthetic plasma in through a catheter in my jugular.
Hold on. Stop. Hold on.
Okay.
You tell me you had a catheter in your jugular.
So a catheter in the medical.
Oh, yeah, I know. I get what a catheter is, but in my brain, catheter has always been for the bladder up through the urethra.
Very
and I'm just
uncomfortable.
imagining you waking up and the doctor being like, hey, so remember how before we put you under, we said we were going to put a catheter in your urethra and we were going to put a throat tube for breathing down your throat? Well, you know how Mondays are. I got a little confused. And so basically the catheter is in your throat and the breathing tube is in your and let's basically just say that your uterus is a balloon that's about ready to pop.
Oh gosh. Yeah. No, that's not exactly how it happened.
Right.
So
Close.
catheter is not just for urine.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah. Technically when they put an IV in you, that line is
It's
the
called a
tubing
catheter.
is a catheter.
Yeah.
It's really just
It's like a
talking about the
drain.
tubing. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm a functioning adult human. I don't know a lot of this stuff.
Can't wait
'cause
for
I
you to have an extended stay in the hospital.
I was just going to
Continue.
say, I'm glad that you don't know about it.
No,
but
I'm
Derek
not.
is just going for your jugular, apparently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is what we do. This is the shit-faced, shit-talking podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
Everybody's favorite podcast that you've never heard of.
That's right.
Just kidding. We have 28 subscribers. I can now officially say we have
Oh, is it 28 now?
we have dozens now.
Dozens.
I can officially say dozens because it's more than one dozen.
dozens.
We have 2 dozen. So now it's dozens.
Hey, when I subscribed, I brought it from 16 to 17, so you're welcome.
Oh, damn. You've been listening that long?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I thought it was really interesting, and I thought it was cool. So I really liked hearing Caleb. Caleb, sorry.
Yeah, that was up until Poor Kittens. That was like our highest listened to episode.
Yeah, I'm assuming that the listeners are heavily male.
I mean,
Mostly,
yeah, probably.
I don't know. I think my
Actually,
voice brings
no.
a certain sex appeal that I think
Actually,
women
no.
would really find attractive.
Actually, I think we're about half and half. I'm just thinking
Oh,
of
yeah?
like the people that we know.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely close to like half and half. Actually,
cool.
I know for sure that like you talk to more listeners than I do, so I think you'd have a better
yeah. I mean, I
understanding of that.
Yeah, I would actually say that we're probably pretty close to 50%. So this is a female-friendly podcast, despite me calling multiple women cunts on this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because women call each other that. They just
That's true. It's a term of endearment.
sometimes.
A word is only bad if you give it the power.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, don't say Voldemort though.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Exactly,
a
they gave it the
line.
powder.
Wow.
They gave it the power.
That's right.
Wow,
You-
you're a dork. All right.
Fucking nerd.
Come at me, bro.
No, it's okay. I have my own dorky weird stuff. So
Such as?
Okay, so she's lied. She has nothing. You fucking liar.
oh, how about this? As an adult in college, I went and saw the pop group Hanson voluntarily.
Bop, bop.
And then about 2 years later, I saw them again.
Hold
so,
on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do you
Yeah.
know? Okay, Yale's number one most disliked song.
Oh, shit.
Bop.
I don't like that song either. If that makes it any better. Probably not. It's still terrible.
Sister played it on repeat or something like that, or tortured you with it. Like it
I was that child. I did that to my own
This
brother,
is
so I
probably
apologize.
the only thing that you could bring up that would upset me more
Oh,
than
shit.
what Ravyn did to me in middle school. This is the only thing that's more upsetting.
That's, by the way, that's what you're walking into at my wedding. So enjoy
Hanson
that,
just
yeah.
on
Mbop.
loop. Mbop.
I'm not coming. I'm not coming anymore.
make my day.
I am officially done.
Well, I'm glad I could do that for you guys.
Yeah,
in your
when
friendship.
you like, I love Hanson. I'm like, that's
I
fucking
do.
awesome.
I'm unashamed. I should be.
Yeah, you
ashamed.
really should be.
I know,
You
right?
should be. Because they're garbage.
So,
Hot garbage.
yeah, probably.
I don't really care.
Yeah, definitely. No,
Yeah.
no question about it.
I don't really have an opinion on them.
So other than, that's the single most embarrassing thing that you could have told. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got that out. Other than that, what other nerdy type embarrassing
Well, I mean, sci-fi shit, Star Wars, obviously.
Nah,
Star Trek.
that's like pop culture.
That's
at this point.
You have
know
to
what
be
I
a
mean?
fan of
Yeah.
Star Wars. If you're not, you don't have a pulse. All right.
It's one of those. It's like
That's
everyone
true.
is a fan, and if you're not, you're just trying to be fucking cool because you're not a fan of it, or
I'm
you know
one
what I
of
mean?
the few people
Yeah.
that have never seen a single Star Wars
It's
movie.
it's not bragging.
Congratulations for not experiencing any fucking joy.
Right.
Yeah.
Get out of the house.
It's like I've never seen the any of the Godfathers. Well, then you're not bragging. You're just
bro, I've
fucking
never
stupid.
seen Star Wars.
I'm fucking stupid.
I've never
because
seen
I've
any
never
Star
seen a
Wars.
single Godfather movie.
But are you like not interested, or it just never come up?
Yeah, somehow I just missed it.
Which is fine.
Not
Like, but
against
for
it.
someone's like, I'm not interested in seeing the Godfather. Like, that's just
Because they think
tell you
that's
what,
cooler than
Yeah.
saying I've seen that
I'll
film.
tell you what.
Right.
Yeah.
Based on
I
you know
hate that.
today, I'm very thankful that you came in. So I'm going to go ahead and recommend a movie to you that I think you'll really enjoy. It's called Wrecked, starring Adrian Brody. It is excellent, top notch cinema. You'll super enjoy it.
No, because I know what you're talking about. Isn't that the movie that you guys talked about this on the
That we hated
podcast?
It.
No, it's an awesome
Oh.
movie. It's not going to be a waste of
it
your
wrecked
time
my
that you will
life.
scream about
Yep.
and
Make your-
want to kill yourself
and
because
your-
it exists. It's
and
not
your
that
friends
kind of
might
movie. It's not that
stop
kind of movie
hanging
at
out
all.
with you.
I have absolutely no patience for bad movies. I'm sorry, I can't.
So, what are some of your?
So I take it you're not going to go see Rambo: Last Blood?
I've never seen any Rambo.
Okay, well,
You need to watch First Blood.
First Blood is
That
First
I
Blood
hear
is
that
awesome.
that's the one
it
to
is
watch.
amazing.
Yeah.
But other than that,
When they come for me.
I just can't do the
I'm gonna
Stallone.
take
his
my
whole-
horse.
Oh,
I'm gonna make a pay. Duh.
You can't groan at Take My Horse to Old Town Road
Why?
when you're a fan of Hanson.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
You're
like,
right.
oh,
You're
sorry.
right. You're
My-
right.
You think Mbop is better than...
I don't.
I do.
Exactly.
I do, honest. I hate that
Oh
fucking
yeah,
song.
Old Town Road
I also
is
hate
really
that
bad.
fucking song. But if you think Mbop
Oh no, it's totally
are better
mindless.
lyrics and
That's
a better
why it's
song...
beautiful. It's mindless, and it just makes you happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It fills me with furious rage. The only thing that my sister listened to that I actually enjoyed was TLC.
Oh yeah.
She played that shit on repeat. And I tell you what, when I listen to fucking TLC and Salt and Pepper, like, I'll sing some gay ass shit because I like the fucking lyrics.
Yeah.
I
that's-
just like
you're
the song.
showing respect for the music.
That just made me think. She's our first straight female.
Oh.
Is it true?
We've only had two
Yes.
females on,
Yes,
and
it's true.
both have been of the gay persuasion.
Yes.
Well.
Yes. Of the dinosaur group Lickalotopus. That's true.
They have their dictionaries.
Yes. I don't know, did you
listened to
catch that episode?
I listened to. That's a two-parter as
Yeah,
well.
it is.
The first
Yeah,
part?
the
I listened
gays.
to the first part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Circling back to your horrible diseases.
Yes.
What's next? So you go through your therapy.
Mhm.
You're learning to walk again. You
Mhm.
say fuck that cane.
Mm-hmm.
And what's next? Walk me through it.
Well, I could walk, but my MS was just still eating my brain, basically. So they had to throw a Hail Mary and put me on chemotherapy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I did that. It was supposed to be for 6 months. We had a scheduling conflict because at the end of the 6 months, I was supposed to transition into what they call a long-term disease modifying therapy drug. Yeah.
They've got to have an abbreviation for that.
I don't believe so.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. It's obnoxious. I know. So, 6 months initially of chemo, I did experience the typical chemo side effects and symptoms. I lost a lot of hair.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This is a question I actually am interested in.
Okay.
When you are doing chemo,
Mm-hmm.
do they have like bandanas at the front desk, or is that something? Do you get one for free?
I did not
Shit, you didn't do it?
personally receive one. No.
Did you
had
wear
to buy
one
it
now?
yourself?
You did that.
It wasn't so bad where I had to like shave my head. Thankfully, though, I did have my stepsister is she cuts hair, so she was able to manipulate
Making it
what
look-
I did
yeah.
have left into making it look
You
a
did
little
you
thicker.
did a comb over? You Donald Trumped it?
That's what it felt like to me at the time because I've like typically in my adulthood anyway had really long hair, so it was hard for me to like I chopped it all off. It was all gone, but I could feel like my scalp. If there was like a breeze or something, I could feel it just like direct contact.
Yeah,
on
it's
my
amazing.
Skin. It's eventually I did get off the chemo. I had to do an additional month, so altogether 7 months of chemo.
Okay.
And then I had a new treatment to Ohio. They had just allowed it in the U.S. And my
Stem
neurologist. No, I wish. I really want to be in like a study.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
I hear it's phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah. So no, the treatment that I ended up receiving was called Lemtrada.
Don't know what that is.
It's an infusion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Sounds like a LaCroix flavor, honestly.
I know, right?
Have you had the new Lemtrada LaCroix?
Lemtrada?
It's so tasty. It's citrusy.
It's all a marketing ploy.
It's
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah, it's just more poison, basically, to follow the chemo.
Right.
So the way that treatment works is the first year that you're on it, you go in for 5 days in a row, every day for 8 hours into the infusion clinic at Riverside, and they give you a series of different medications, and then you end up receiving the actual drug Lemtrada. It just targets your immune system, basically. It suppresses it in a way that doesn't give you all the chemo side effects, but helps you get to remission. So the first year you do 5 days in a row. You wait a year, no drugs or treatment, anything, just waiting a year. You go in again for 3 days in a row, 8 hours infusion. And then after that, you just have your blood drawn every month so they can check your levels, because it has been known to cause kidney, bladder, it can cause certain kinds of female cancer, if you will, breast cancer, things like that. Especially me having thyroid issues, it's another cancer that can come up. So they just want to check their bases, basically cover their asses, so they're not in trouble for giving you poison.
Yeah.
Because, hey, you signed off on this. And then after that, actually before my second round of Lemtrada, my neurologist told me I was in remission. So that just means there's no more active disease. There's nothing currently attacking my brain.
Woohoo.
So, yeah, it took a long time. It was a shitty road, but...
Do you ever stop and consider that, like, possibly all of the stuff that you've been through, like all the diseases, all of the treatment, all of the shit that you've been through is karma coming back for you for what you did to me?
Probably.
I think it's all just perspective, because you say she was a shitty person, and me, I say saint. I say wonderful person.
I'm looking at two people that have wronged me and hurt me thoroughly in my life, and both of you have been damaged physically.
Yes.
And I'm just saying that, God is real.
Hey, I had Crohn's way before you. It just showed up. Yeah, he said it. When I got surgery, he said it was over a decade's worth of damage.
Yeah.
So
it was hiding out, and it was probably going to go away. And then you met me, and you were a piece of shit, and they were like, you know what? Fuck this dude.
Crank it
And
to
also,
11.
it has nothing to do with me necessarily. You were a piece of shit for a long time. It's God coming after you because you're a shit person, not because you were a shit person to me.
I kept getting away with it. That's really what God was like. All right, I thought he would stop.
Enough. Everybody forgives you and takes care of you.
Now I can't get out of bed. Fuck that. Try doing shitty shit from your bed.
You want to know how well taken care of this piece of shit was? He would literally make a Facebook post about, I'm hungry, and somebody drove over to him, picked him up, took him out to eat, paid for it, and dropped him back off.
And this was
while you were sick?
12:30 in the morning.
This is literally like a hot girl posting for like, I'm so ugly, like craving attention on Instagram. He would do
Fishing
that, but for
food
Yeah,
instead of compliments.
Exactly.
This is
creative.
And the reason, okay, so it was a girl that picked me up. It was a girl that paid for it, and
wow.
At this exact time that you're talking about, I closed my bank account because I was running so low on money. They're like, "Look, you have like no money in your bank account. You got to put more money in." I said, "I can't." So I closed it. I lived for an entire month in college with $5 in my pocket
Because everybody
off charity,
just took
and I
care of
ate
him.
so much food.
Yeah.
I had someone was working at the bar/restaurant uptown. She brought food to our place, like leftovers, almost every night. The freaking pizza delivery guy delivered the wrong pizza or brought the wrong pizza, gave us a fucking pizza. I mean, it was constant that I always had food with $5.
I can say, when you're sick, you get all the food you want. dude, I had people coming to the hospital. I had Chipotle all the time. I had
Derek doesn't like Chipotle. Yeah.
Well, he probably wouldn't.
No,
I mean,
not he probably wouldn't. He never has,
Oh.
regardless of anything. He's a piece of shit that doesn't understand. He likes hothead better.
Oh.
Yeah.
And let me tell you
Yeah.
why. Let me tell
Yeah.
Now,
Exactly.
I have, so I'm going to rule out the third time I ever had Chipotle because that's when I was like 6. So nothing was good at that time.
Yeah.
So the first 2 times I had it, the first time I had it, I threw up.
Mm-hmm.
The second time I had it, I went with a couple friends and they're like, maybe you just didn't order the right thing. So they helped me order and I threw up.
It's just not meant for you.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not interested in this.
I can't
at
blame
all.
you for that.
Like throwing
yeah.
up 3, and then the other time, I probably threw up, but I blame that more on me having a bad flare up at the time than necessarily Chipotle.
Somebody else that casually uses the term flare up. That's odd for me to hear.
Constantly.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys both have herpes? Yeah,
No.
those flare-ups. Those flare-ups will get you.
Yeah, that.
You got to be careful,
okay,
though.
That's
You can transmit
unfortunate.
it even when you're not having a flare-up.
Yeah.
Science.
Yeah.
And that one's dangerous because it transfers skin-to-skin contact. So
That's true. I can confirm that.
I know you. I assume
not
that.
on a personal level, just because.
Oh no, it's too late. You already said that's
Oh.
true. I can confirm that.
I just put
I can
myself
confirm
there.
that.
Yeah.
That's true. I can confirm that. I have transferred onto me and then transferred it to several people through skin-to-skin contact. It's too late.
No.
So herpes on top of the AIDS, on top of the multiple sclerosis, on top of the Hashimoto's, on top of the cancer. I mean,
Oh yeah, that happened too. Yeah.
yeah. Well, perhaps you should have returned my love.
Dude, I did something in a past life, or maybe it was you. I don't fucking know, but I'm fucking paying for it. That's for damn sure.
It's because you
If
went
it
to 2
makes you
Hanson
feel
concerts.
any better,
Oh fuck, maybe it is. I don't
Yeah.
know.
if it makes you feel any better, what has happened to you has made me believe in God again.
There is a Messiah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's not you. Yeah.
All right. So I feel like we've gone through a lot of tragic stories.
Yeah.
Do we have any funny stories?
What genre of funny story?
Anything.
Anything
That's like entertaining or hilarious or embarrassing, like times you like did drugs, times you got shit faced, anything that like was a hilarious story involving any of the multiple diseases that you have.
Okay.
We are all about laughing at somebody's pain and embarrassment. That's what this has been founded upon.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I noticed when I went to message you initially about the podcast, I mentioned that I saw old messages between you and I from like 2012.
Awesome. I'm already in. Stop.
Nothing weird.
Damn.
Apparently, we had on Lauren's 21st birthday, the night that I took her out, we went to Captain's Point. And I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, you were there with Justin.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Don't say last
Nope,
name.
not
Because
going
we
to.
talk a lot of shit about him on this podcast. And again, I do not recall this. So
I barely
finally,
did. I
I'm
had
getting
forgotten.
vengeance on you because you did not recall my heartbreak, and now I do not recall this 2012. Is that right? Whatever.
Yeah,
So this is in late college for me. So I would have just turned 21.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I think we pretty much had all just turned 21.
Okay.
Yeah, because, I took Lauren out to Captain's Point because it's like a rite of passage. As you know, it's disgusting
Wait a
and
minute.
trashy.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Was this a Girls Gone Wild night?
It was absolutely not that. She was married at the time and he was with us.
No,
So,
no. I'm asking because like that's the only time during that I remember going to Captain's Point.
Oh,
Is there
like
was
when
a
they were
Girls
filming
Gone
that
Wild was filming at
No.
Captain's Point, filming lake rats at Indian Lake. Oh my god! There was there was a girl that got completely 100% naked immediately, and then like everybody else was stripping slowly, and she had nowhere to go. So she just started
stood there
getting like
naked
I don't even
awkwardly.
like what she did is probably too extreme for this podcast, but she was basically just like doing her own solo porn on the stage, and like to the point where everybody was uncomfortable and started slowly shuffling away from her.
Yeah.
I'd have been the only one left.
Yeah, you just standing right in front of her, like throwing singles, like yeah.
This is humiliating and entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah. Hooray for women that didn't have fathers.
Oh
Yay.
Just not
Okay,
good
so
ones.
Captain's
all right, sorry.
point.
Back.
So,
Captain's point.
Yeah, Lauren was
do not
asking
remember
me.
this.
I hadn't the slightest clue that this happened until I read these messages, and I was like, okay, I have a very, very vague memory of running into you and Justin at this place just randomly with Lauren and her then husband.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She got divorced. That's right. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Lauren got divorced?
say what? It's all good now. She's super happy and in a great place. Love you, Lauren.
That's
Yes.
annoying.
Oh, Lord, sounds like she's pretty happy.
Oh yeah.
And she's got one of the cutest kids I've ever seen.
And I love you too, Lauren. I don't just want to.
Yes.
I wanna
just know, Lauren, Derek loves you. But then again, the love of a piece of shit is pretty much meaningless. Anyway, continue.
So, Captain's point. Still trying to get this story out. It's really probably not even going to be that great after all this.
No, I'm curious because, like I said, I don't remember this.
Yeah, I had no idea. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I think that's something that happened. Obviously, there's proof. And I vaguely remember seeing you guys when we first walked in. And I think I told Lauren, like, hey, I'm pretty sure that's Yale Reams and Justin.
Justin, yes.
And she was like, oh, that's really weird. Let's go say hi. I was like, all right. I think we pre-gamed, I'm pretty sure, before we went
So basically, you guys were shit-faced and were like, somebody that I know.
Yeah,
Hi.
that's exactly what happened.
Shit.
Lauren...
I must have been fucking blackout because I don't
know. I really don't remember much of the details while we were there.
Okay.
But this was like my official taking my best friend out for her 21st birthday thing. So I was like, we're doing this.
Tell the story of the 21st because those are fucking epic.
Well, it was pretty tame. Lauren's not much for like party hard, but she was like, I want to go to Captain's Point because that's like the thing to do. I was like, yeah, it's disgusting. It's a rite of passage. Let's fucking go.
Spending your 21st birthday at Captain's Point is the most white trash thing that I can imagine.
We were all about it for the experience because it is trashy and it's just like a social experiment. Basically, you get to watch a lot of really interesting things. So we get there. You guys end up being there. Not really sure what else happens. I know I fed her a lot of really sugary pink drinks because she liked them. And she didn't realize how hard they were hitting and how fast. So we left and we wanted Taco Bell because that's our thing. That's what we do together. We get Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's every drunk white girl. That's not...
We do it sober. Mostly we eat Taco Bell together sober.
Rebel.
That's sad.
Hold on.
On a whole other level.
Wait a minute. They let people in the door sober?
Right? We willingly go in there sober. We spent a lot of time in high school at and around Taco Bell and Bob. So that was just our thing. So we decided she was super drunk. I was not nearly as drunk as she was. She's the birthday girl, right? So she was shit-faced. We end up, all the farther that we get is the 68 and 33, that exit. Mm-hmm. That gas station right there.
Right? Okay.
And she's like, I feel sick. I think I need to get out of the car. And her husband had like no experience with drunk people.
Oh, no etiquette.
I almost
he
had
didn't
sex
know.
on that exit, actually.
Oh. So she's sitting in the car and she's like, I don't want to move. I don't want to move. And I was like, oh, edit that out.
Okay.
I kept trying to warn him that you need to get her out of the car now. What happens next is not going to be pretty. And she's like, yeah, I don't really feel that great. Kind of dizzy. And I was like, Lauren, just lean forward out of the car. It was just a river of vomit. Yeah. Yeah. It was not a pretty sight to behold. But yeah, typical 21st birthday story. I mean.
So Yale, at one point in one of your classes, threw a chair. She was telling us before we started.
Yeah, she was telling a story about not me, but you said somebody threw a chair.
It's definitely you. It definitely happened. You definitely threw a chair, but I can't
But you don't know the
Here's
reason.
okay.
now
here's,
I'm uncertain because I'm remembering things wrong. So
Here's the thing.
I'm just
Okay,
an
so we were
unreliable
talking.
source.
It's probably the chemo.
Before we started recording
Yes.
the podcast, we started talking about, her, dating me, and then for absolutely no reason, even though I was the perfect boyfriend, breaking up with
breaking
me,
your heart.
breaking my heart,
Stomping
shattering
on
it,
it.
even though I cared for her. I definitely held her hand when we walked in the hallway. Like, I don't know what else you're supposed to do as a boyfriend, but that's, so I covered 100% of what I was supposed to do. I held her hand in the hallway.
I don't remember that either.
I can't remember
You are
anything about
so
I don't think that
insignificant
happened.
in her life.
Yes, basically.
Yeah, I can't remember it either, obviously.
Hey,
Anyway.
so is that your
So-
guys' shortest relationship?
2 days? It has to be. I can't imagine one shorter.
Because I got you beat then.
What?
Oh.
Yeah. So we started, you took field trips in grade school.
Oh no.
I dated someone at the beginning of the bus trip.
for like 2 hours.
We watched the fucking Nutcracker together, holding hands. And she
we're
broke
broken
up.
by
She
the time
broke
we
up
got
with
on the
me.
bus.
She broke up with you when the credits were rolling?
Oh, like, kinda.
Oh my God.
It was a play, so no credits. But, but yeah, no, it was on the bus. Like, she like
On the way
switched fucking seats
Oh.
with someone to sit with her friend instead
That's
of
a
me.
Stone cold move.
Oh.
Yeah,
Middle
and,
school
and
girl.
you know
Yeah.
her.
I know her?
She
That's
went to school for with me, and then she was at Bluffton with us.
B or L?
B.
B?
Mm-hmm.
No.
And that was the most
What
we've
a
ever
heartbreak.
dated.
And then she dated some of the ugliest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah.
Literally, like, the ugliest. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
No, you just reminded me. You asked shortest. I remember I had
Oh, you had a field trip. Love?
almost a full 24 hours, I think. It was like right around that time. I met a girl at the pool. She
Oh
was
my
trying to
God.
set me up with her friend, who I was not into. She was not cute at all. And I liked her. And then we agreed to start dating. I see her at the public pool the next day. I walk up to her, put my hands over her eyes from behind her and say, "Guess who?" And she turns around and she goes, "Who are you?" And I was like,
Laughing.
and I stopped for a second. I was like, "Oh my God, do I have the wrong person?" I was like, "Wait, no, she's wearing the same bathing suit." And I was just like, irony, her name was Angel. And she was a fucking devil succubus from hell.
Yeah. So next thing you know, she's gonna be on. Angel's gonna be on next.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
no,
'cause
now that I talked
yeah,
about her,
yeah.
Angel's gonna find her way.
You're summoning
This
your
was
ex-girlfriend.
This was like, I think this would have been right around the same time. It would have been like the summer. So just nothing but heartbreak
You
in
just
middle
couldn't
school.
catch a break.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. No.
Man.
Which is understandable. I was such a weird fucking kid.
Yeah, you were kind of weird.
Yep.
I was
for
too.
sure.
So.
Yep.
And
definitely
also,
stopped when you were.
The
when
way
you grew
that I
up.
grew, like when I was like the entire time, all the way through like senior year of high school, the way that I grew is I would get fat and then I would grow like a foot. And then I would get fat, and I would just grow out and then up,
Your
and
body's
then out,
just
and then up.
preparing.
I remember in middle school, I thought it was the coolest look to have a button-up Hawaiian shirt, cargo shorts, and high-top Converse. I thought I looked so fucking cool.
I remember this era.
Oh, you remember that. You don't remember
I don't.
anything about hurting me and scarring me emotionally, but you remember how doofy I fucking looked. That's great. That's
That
fucking
sticks in
wonderful.
my
That's
mind
why
more.
she broke up with
Yeah.
you.
Oh no, I remember that. That shit was startling and awful.
Yeah.
Breaking your
awful.
heart does
Not so
not
much.
ring a bell. I don't
She
even
broke
remember.
so many guys' hearts in the back in her day.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, that didn't happen.
It did. But it's
I was
No,
pretty
if you
fucking
remember,
weird, too.
no guys liked her.
I know. This makes me sound like, the most stereotypical little middle school girl.
Right,
I don't
so what's
remember
wrong with
happening
that?
Either. Ugh.
Well, I mean, it's
Ugh.
middle school.
It's
nobody
cringy.
likes me. Yeah, but it's.
Yeah,
I
it
think everyone
happens.
goes through that.
Oh, I'm
period.
so not denying that at
She's
all.
like-
Okay. And then did you hear like the next story I told about like the next person I dated in middle school?
Yeah, and I was like, who the fuck is that? Oh man.
Yeah.
I got you. I know
Okay.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And that story got even worse like senior year after the prom.
Oh, I forgot you guys were like a thing. Like,
No, we were not a thing.
Okay, good.
It was a last minute thing of like prom goes by. I go with and ended up, yeah. But it turns out she was talking to one of my friends. Was talking to him, and then we, hooked up prom night, and then she invited me to her grad party, and I was like, okay, maybe that wasn't one time thing. And I show up, and then her new boyfriend is there, and I find out that they were talking and hadn't started dating. And I was like, what is going on? This is so fucking weird.
Yeah.
What a weird thing to happen. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, no, she told me. He's like, it's fine. Like, we hadn't started dating yet. I was like, that's still kind of fucking up. Like, don't you think? Like, it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the thing. She spread a rumor about that night. And the rumor was basically like she didn't want to. And then she eventually decided to. Or was like, oh, you've convinced me eventually. Which is not true. If she would have said like, oh, it was really bad. Yeah, that's fine. That's fair.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was short. It was bad. 100%.
Yeah.
You're talking about the length?
I left a
time or?
Time-wise.
Oh.
Both.
Either.
Time,
Okay.
Either or both.
Time and dick, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. And she could have said that, and I wouldn't have argued. I would have been like, "Hey, don't tell people that." Like, but I wouldn't have argued. But she was telling everybody as if like she didn't want to,
and
was
you had
like
to
convinced.
talk her
And I was
into
like,
it. "Yeah, that's."
Have you ever?
I was like, first of all,
it's pretty damaging.
I said, maybe we shouldn't because I did not have a condom.
Condom.
And then you were basically just like, no, like let's do it. And she's like, just pull out. And I was like, I'm not very skilled at that. I never timed that right. And she's like, well, then don't. And I'm just like, yeah.
She can't get pregnant if she's on top.
And then I ruined her futon, her black futon.
Yeah. Oh,
and I was just like, listen, you can say that I'm bad at it. Of course I was bad at it. I was freaking 18.
Fine, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Everybody's
17
bad at
or
it.
18.
Yeah.
Like, of course I was bad at it.
No.
It ended quickly. Yeah, you can say all of those things. But to say that basically you didn't want to and had to be thoroughly convinced. And I was like, no, that's a crock of shit.
Yeah.
You're just saying that so that you feel better about what happened while you were talking to another fucking guy. You're full of shit. But
yeah, she's like, small dick, and you're like, your pussy's whack. And
I was mad about that for a hot minute, and then I stopped caring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Yeah. I don't hold on to things from the past.
It's clearly. Hey, you know that
Not ever.
at 18 I was good. It is now that I've gotten worse.
Buddy, if you think that you were good
I was
at 18
I'll tell you some stories.
and that you're worse now,
Mhm.
you were never good.
at least at 18 I could be on top. I could do some.
You can say better.
I was
You
good.
cannot say good.
I was good. I'll give you references.
Have you ever had sex with an 18-year-old man where it was good?
She's waiting till marriage.
Yeah.
See?
Okay,
Go
all
ahead.
jokes aside, name one. Can you think of one time
Yeah, name
where you
'em.
had sex with an 18-year-old man?
That's not fucking happening. What?
No, can you think of one time you had sex with an 18-year-old dude where he did very well? Not just satisfactory, but like very well.
Hell no.
Exactly.
That's natural. That's normal. Like
Nope.
that's
I started
whatever,
Basically,
dude.
basically because for a portion of it, you could actually hold yourself up and be in the top position.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it good.
Yeah,
You're just sweating on top of somebody.
I was
That's
good.
not.
I was good.
You're just sweating and breathing.
I'm
And you're probably like face
Crying.
down in the neck so that you can't see her being just looking blankly up at the ceiling and thinking about what she has to do as soon as this is over and like getting back home.
Okay, so I'm not interested in getting past love interests on the podcast like Yale, but I just need some references. If we had sex around 18ish when I was 18,
Here's the
Just
thing.
get a hold
It
of
should
me.
have only been one person because you were in a relationship around 18.
yeah, it wasn't.
Oh wow. Are you a
I mean,
shitty human
Speaking
being?
of which, this is a perfect segue into what we were talking about earlier,
Alright.
where you're a piece of shit. Yeah.
Yep. No, I cheated. I guess if that's
Yes.
what you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, multiple times.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
Daddy
but she
wasn't
found
there,
out
so-
about all that, and then
Yeah, then I did it again,
and then I
and
did
then
it
found out
again,
about it.
and then I did it again.
It happened a lot.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I should have never had a girlfriend for
probably not.
from beginning of high school until
I think
now.
most kids in high school shouldn't have significant others in general.
Well, I mean, if
You're
you're
just gonna fuck it up
faithful, go for it.
Still don't
Good.
like-
No, if you listen to the other episode that we recorded, you'll hear about my experience with my significant other in high school, the one that worked at Mad River Mountain,
And we
that
call
we
her Straight Jacket.
affectionately refer to as Straight Jacket.
Yeah.
I'm friends with her on
yeah.
Facebook. I hope that she hears this.
Oh gosh.
I just remembered that.
I don't know who you are. Don't come for me.
Okay,
I have
so
nothing to do with it.
okay, so let's just talk shit about this bitch without you really knowing who it is.
No,
Oh, yeah.
you'll hear the full story. I
Bummer.
told the full story on another episode that we'll put out soon. So no, we don't need to cover it anymore
I just want her to talk shit about another girl. That's all. That's fun to me.
for no reason.
Yeah.
All right, let's circle back. Let's change topics here and move on to something funny and lighthearted. In the last episode that you were mentioned in, Ravyn, I had also mentioned several porn titles, porn handicap parody titles, which again we're going to be working with you to get on board with our porn studio.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank
Love
you
to
for
come on board as a producer.
No,
you're a talent.
actress. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
you're a talent.
disgusting. That's
No.
not happening.
It's going to be debaucherous, disabled, dick studios. Yeah.
Yeah, that triple D. All right.
Yeah, exactly. So I had listed several porn parody titles and pitched them as ideas. Which of those did you like, and which was like your absolute favorite?
Okay. So I know you guys talked about the whole Crohn's bones things in the
Yeah.
last episode, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Not feeling
not
it.
your forte?
happening. Not
Yeah,
happening.
it was just
Okay.
lazy. It rhymed. It was a
Yeah.
throwaway.
Yeah.
What was the one that I had mentioned to you earlier?
Which one did you mention?
If you can even read it.
Yeah, I'm really struggling here. Oh, there it is. Muscular dicks in me.
Because that applies
I don't
to your
like
name.
it.
That would be the
It
that
doesn't
you would be
apply
the star
to
of
me,
that one.
actually.
You would be the star of that
Muscular
one.
dystrophy is not the same as multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
Learn
So-
to listen if you're going to tell
whatever.
him. Learn how to talk.
Mm.
It's all the
Fucking
same.
learn.
It's all AIDS to me. Like I don't know.
It's
I
all
don't know
under
the difference.
It's like the
Brain
AIDS pyramid.
Stomach AIDS.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like what do you want from me?
Yeah.
No.
I like
Not
that.
much, honestly.
I really.
I mean,
Almost nothing.
Yeah,
Hey,
almost
hey,
nothing.
I did. You requested to come on here. All right.
Yeah.
Don't start
Yeah,
acting all fucking high and mighty.
I asked.
Don't fucking start acting all high and mighty. Like I don't fucking need shit from you.
Now I'm
Give it
better
a
than
big.
this
I
podcast
said, look,
now that I've
I
been
don't
on
think
it.
we have
Yeah,
time for
duh.
you. And you're like, please, I have nothing else going on.
Please.
Please,
I had
beg
to
of
clear
you.
my schedule. I had to
Yeah.
cancel an appointment to be here because she's like, "Look, I have to do
I
this."
have to do that.
You
Yes.
don't understand.
Yeah.
That's
I need
exactly
it.
what I sound
That's
like.
what I
wow.
hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
have a talent.
I'll,
mean,
I'll be honest. It is kind of.
Oh, fuck. Are you serious?
At the beginning, you were definitely like, yeah. So.
Well, sometimes I
with
do.
your LaCroix.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
I drink LaCroix. It's tasty.
So,
God.
hey, what did Kevin Google? The cream pie one.
Oh, okay, yeah. So a listener, Kevin. I will not say your last name. It is not your brother, Kevin. It is a different Kevin. Just for your anonymity's sake, I will not say your last name. He sends me a message and screenshots. He goes, "Yeah, crippled cream pie is not safe to Google." And I was like, "Why the fuck would you Google that and think that it would be safe? Of course, it's not
That's
safe to
definitely not
Google. You
safe.
fucking idiot."
That's my favorite besides the Holocaust one.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that one.
Okay,
somewhere on
listen. Downs to fuck is fucking gold. All right, I don't give a shit what anybody says. Downs to fuck.
She
It's
ain't
fucking
feeling
gold.
it. She ain't feeling
Down
it.
syndrome. Down to fuck. Come on, it's fucking simple. It's basic. Okay,
You're
you
basic.
pick which of those do you think is a fucking
Yeah,
winner?
yeah. Just pick one. She
Other
did
than
like the
muscular
Just
dicks
based
in
on
there.
like cadence and rhythm.
Okay.
All right.
Like I said before,
Yep.
I stand by muscular dicks in me.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think that one's a slam dunk.
There
Okay.
it
In my
is.
opinion.
What about cerebral balls in me?
No,
No.
no. She picked her favorite. Let's not try to sway her.
What about the Holocaust one?
I love that one though.
Okay.
That's one of my
I
favorites.
do have to say the way that this is written,
Is it like a child?
yes, but more specifically.
More
Th-
specifically.
Pacific.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pacific. Fuck you. I did not say that.
Yeah, it's
No,
not.
that's just what I like to say.
It's not Pacifically. It's the other ocean.
Yes. Okay, so Atlantically, what
Oh
were you
my
saying?
God. So the way that you've written this, I'm assuming this is a Holocaust survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
The way that
Holocaust
it
survivor.
looks
Where you
like
never
your
know if the
penis
showers
is
will be.
hollow.
That's how you spell
H-O-L-O.
Holocaust.
I know, but it just doesn't.
That's how you spell the first part of Holocaust.
She wants it like Halloween, like the
No.
beginning of Halloween to make
I
it.
don't want it that way. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that's what is coming to my brain when I read that.
It's not
That
my
your
fault
penis
that with
is
your
in-
one eye you can't read. Stop blaming my handwriting.
And
you're blind in
Hey,
the right eye.
I
Anita.
minored in English for a whole half a year in college.
Good point.
Okay, so
Yep, I
Don't
took
bring
an
up
English class.
minors, you pedophile. That's
Ew.
disgusting.
All right,
Jesus Christ.
so muscular dicks. In
Wait a
me.
minute.
That's not
How long did you go to college?
okay,
Oh.
so 1 semester plus a J term, which is the month of January at the college that I went to.
So you got out way cheaper
Plus-
than I did.
1 quarter at OSU Lima. And that's it.
So you got out way cheaper than we did. Derek Stock you went for like what, 7, 8 years?
5,
5 years?
solid 5. Yeah. I graduated.
You graduated with
yes,
what degree?
With a
Participation
with a major in middle childhood education.
Were you going to be a gym teacher?
No,
Oh.
no. Could
He
you
was one
imagine
of
me
the
being a
weird
gym
people-
teacher now?
He had
Like, I can't do jumping jacks, but you got to fucking do them.
Yeah.
2 fucking professors gave me the world's largest break. If it wasn't for the kindness of these 2 people, I would have been in your shoes 100%.
Yeah.
I talk a lot of shit, but I should definitely be in your fucking shoes. And I have excelled at being an exceptional liar and manipulating people into giving me a second chance when I totally don't deserve it. Which obviously,
Not a Ravyn.
obviously that's a skill I learned after middle school.
All right.
Because if I had that back then, I wouldn't have been so
A crying
dead
bitch
inside.
about it?
Dude, I straight up did. That's the one thing I remember.
Yeah,
I don't
you did that. You
I don't
definitely did
remember
that.
like the actual relationship, but I do remember crying
the
when you
visceral
broke up with me.
reaction. Yeah, I do.
I do remember like
that.
crying hard, and then only like a day or 2 later being like
Oh,
super embarrassed,
oh no. Oh.
and then being like, "Holy shit, I cried!" And then like I said on the fucking last episode, as soon as I hit puberty, like I grew out of that where I was like, "This is like we're kids.
Maybe
This
you just
doesn't
couldn't
mean
regulate
this doesn't
your
mean anything." Like
emotions.
as soon as I grew up, just a little bit, I was like, "This doesn't fucking mean anything," and that's why I was like, somebody had KB had her friend break up with me for her. And I was
And
like,
you're like,
shocked, where I was like, why? I
Coulda
was
just-
like, you could have just done this.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a big deal. And then afterwards, I was like, oh yeah, I'm the same dude that a year ago cried when this happened. Yeah, I could see why you think you would want to buff her. Yeah, this
Yeah.
no. This makes sense.
Yeah.
So, any parting words, Ravyn?
Really, just this was cool. I enjoyed meeting you, Derek. You're cool too, Yale, I guess.
Yeah, whatever.
No, this is really cool, and I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah.
I
And
appreciate
we-
you for
Cool
listening,
experience.
for contacting us, for getting on it, like everything. So
Yeah,
thank you
like,
so much.
I wanted to support
Yeah.
what you guys are doing. I know it's not something that would be really easy at first, and you
Yeah.
know,
No, I'm actually super glad that you reached out. This was entertaining as hell. Like,
yeah, this was cool.
enjoyed it.
It'd
So-
be really cool to do this with KK Caleb.
KK Caleb. Yeah.
Another person
No,
from-
seriously, I told him that you
Oh, yeah.
wanted to do one thing. I talked
He's
to him
probably
earlier
like, "What
today.
the fuck?"
No, he remembered all that stuff. Like I mentioned
Did he remember that?
he
Oh,
he
that's so
did,
cool.
and he was like, yeah. And he goes like, she was all fucked up, and I was
I
like,
was
holy shit, I
super
know
fucked
her.
up.
And he goes, and he remembers like coming in to like take care of you and
Mm-hmm.
like spending a little bit of extra time. He's like, since he knew you, he was like coming back in to like sneak you snacks and
Yeah, he
shit,
was.
stuff like that.
that was in between jobs.
That was it. Yeah, Caleb has 14 jobs.
Yes,
Something like
I've
that.
heard.
Yeah,
I've heard
yeah,
him say
he,
that.
He works all of the jobs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I'm very glad that you came on. Very glad that I got to air this out to your face.
Yeah, as adults,
yeah,
you're still holding a grudge. That's cool.
no, I'm fine. Like literally,
I'm,
like
totally fine.
it's
not even.
I would
a
say
big
like
deal.
once a month, like
You
I
cry
wake up
about
in a
it?
panic sweat.
Yeah,
But like other than like seriously, like it's not a big deal.
you're holding
know,
it down, man.
Exactly, I'm holding it together.
Doing
I
a
mean,
good
like
job.
once you get to the point where like only once a week you're waking
You're
up in a
fine.
panic sweat, like you're totally fine.
You're getting
Like
over it.
it was so long ago. It was so long ago. I don't care anymore.
It's just
I wake up and I'm just like, every morning and I'm just like, yeah, that was a shitty nightmare,
Wow.
because you have a nightmare every night about it. But it's multiple times a night. But
Wow,
no,
wow.
it's really not a
I'm
big deal.
proud of you. Yeah.
But no, hey,
for you.
sincerely, thank you for coming on.
Thank you both. Yeah.
Thank
this
you
was
for sharing your story. There's nothing we love more than laughing at some of the most painful shit in the world.
cool. That's the only way you can manage it.
That's definitely
Yes.
how I got
Yeah.
through mine.
Yep. Same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I remember you saying to me that when I showed up and showed back up after being gone for a while and started immediately talking shit about what a pussy you were for what you were going through, it was like, it made me feel normal again. Like, it
Yeah.
made me feel normal again, but like, this wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
I was like, well, fuck
Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, you think I'm going to treat you different? No, you're still a piece of shit. Just because you have a disease doesn't mean you became a better person. No, obviously.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So thank you all for tuning in, all 24 of you for listening to the Den of Debauchery. Thank you, Ravyn, for coming in
Thanks
and
for having me.
letting me talk shit to your face
No problem.
and trying to get past the past trauma. This has been the Den of Debauchery. Thank you, everyone.